What are the most dangerous countries in the world for women? Well, according to a survey from the Trust Law website, Somalia is the fifth most dangerous, where 95% of girls face genital mutilation, most of them just 4 to 11 years old. India is fourth on the list. The survey estimates 100 million people, mostly women and girls, are involved in trafficking, which they defined as not just sex slavery, but also forced labor and forced marriage. Pakistan ranks third, due in part to high levels of domestic violence. 1,000 women are victims of so-called honor killings in Pakistan every year. The Democratic Republic of Congo has the highest levels of sexual violence in the world. More than 1,100 women are raped there each and every day. And according to the survey, the most dangerous country in the world for women is Afghanistan. It has the highest maternal mortality rate in the world. Let's take a closer look at Afghanistan and the situation it faces, discuss some of the risks facing women there. CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh joins us now from CNN Kabul. Nick, just talk to us about some of the unique challenges and dangers that women in Afghanistan face.
Well, I think really this rating is not the worst place in the world for women. Comes, I think, on the back of a 10-year war here where civilians have been caught up in this fight between NATO and the insurgency. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is the appalling healthcare you find out there in rural Afghanistan. And also, I think, the place women have in society here. Just a couple of numbers. We're talking about 1 in 11 women risking death through childbirth, anything between 10 and 20% of women here being illiterate, and a large number, one survey suggesting as much as 70% being forced into marriage here. Awful stories also about what happens if women refuse. Stories of one 15-year-old girl being raped because she refused a forced marriage, and even more tribal practices from the kind of rural areas here where the Western world really has had no impact at all. The practice of Bard, for example, where young girls are given away between rival factions to settle disputes. So really, Aisha, many horror stories resulting in this rating.
Yeah, indeed. And Nick, I want to ask you about the question of illiteracy among women in Afghanistan. I mean, any impact in bringing those numbers down?
There is a huge push, I think, here by aid groups and by the development work, a lot sponsored by NATO nations, to try and raise that. Of course, that's half of society, that's half of your economy and GDP, unable potentially to read.